What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing, and today I just figured out that the WBA interim heavyweight champion, Trevor Cosmo Bryan, will be taking on Christopher Lovejoy for the interim WBA title. It will be his first defense of his title. It will also be on September 26, 2020, which is the date for Rosario Charlo and Derevyanchenko Charlo. And I'm not sure where this fight's going to be, because they really haven't released where the fight's going to be or a venue, so I can't really give that information. But just before I get into both fighters, I just got to say, I've never been a fan of the WBA. I think their belt's nice, but come on. They're putting a guy who's fought guys with no wins. I mean, Christopher Lovejoy, all his fights are in Tijuana, and he's fought guys who were like 0-12, 1-12, 1-2. Like, guys who have no wins. I mean, it's just disrespectful to any other guy who's ranked in the WBA. Yeah, also, Lovejoy isn't even ranked. So it's just disrespectful to all the guys who are ranked in the top 15 that they could have used. Speaking of guys who are ranked, they should have put in, like, Hellenius, who's coming off an Eliminator win. He won the Eliminator. So they shouldn't just be sitting there having Hellenius wait when he really won an Eliminator, not Lovejoy, who just sitting there fighting Tijuana cab drivers. I gotta say it. I know Greg Haugen said it. I gotta say it. He's really fought just Tijuana cab drivers. But this fight, I do think it's going to be a lopsided fight. I'm thinking Trevor Bryan's probably just going to get an easy knockout. From what I've heard, Christopher Lovejoy is a bum. I just gotta say it blatantly out there. Some fighters are bums, and I just think he's a bum. I think he's going to get knocked out. I think he's a nice guy, though, but I do think he's going to get knocked out. And I also don't think Trevor Bryan isn't anything too special. I think Don King, his promoter and manager, I'm pretty sure, right in this picture right here on the left, I think he's hiding Trevor Bryan from fighting good guys. Like, I was hearing that he could have fought like Big Baby Miller before, obviously, he got caught in the steroids. He could have fought like Charles Martin, I was hearing as well. I was hearing a lot of other stuff. But he was just saying he doesn't want to lose his title, Don King was saying. And he's just hiding from getting good fights with good fighters. And now he's fighting a guy who's fought Mexican cab drivers. I know on paper it looks good because it's two undefeated guys. One guy has all KO wins fighting for a title. But it's really not. It's two bums. I'm sorry. I gotta say it. It's two bums. But to get into both fighters, Trevor Bryan, 20-0 with 14 knockouts. Hasn't fought anybody, really. His last fight was 2 years ago. I'm going to put a lot of hate in this video because I'm just not a fan of this fight. And it's very disrespectful to fighters who actually deserve this title shot. Or fighters that could possibly fight for a vacant interim title. And in my opinion, they should strip him. I made a video on stripping Manuel Charr of his regular title. I think they should strip Bryan of his interim title to make other guys who actually deserve that belt fight for it. But Trevor Bryan's coming off of a fourth-round KO win over BJ Flores 2 years ago. And this is definitely his best win because all the other guys he fought, in my opinion, are bums. I'm just going to use the word bum a lot in this video because both fighters' resumes aren't too pretty. And BJ Flores, he was a cruiserweight, and he's moved up to heavyweight. And when he fought Trevor Bryan, he was 40 years old and kind of washed up, I got to say. And really, no one gave him a chance of winning because he was 40 years old, and it was his first fight at heavyweight. And just the fact that that fight was for a title is also confusing. But in that fight, both Flores and Bryan were ranked number 6 and number 5. So that fight, I can't really complain about, but it's a little weird how they were ranked. But this fight's just over the roof, just mysterious. Because Christopher Lovejoy isn't even ranked. It's just mind-boggling how this fight even happened. And maybe this fight could get canceled halfway through. Originally, it was supposed to be Trevor Bryan versus Manuel Charr, which got canceled, obviously, because of the coronavirus. But I thought they'd reschedule that for the regular title, maybe for October or something. But they're putting Trevor Bryan against a bum. And probably he'll defend his title. And Don King going around, oh, I have the best fighter, I have the best champion. Because he just knocks out a bum. I mean, it's just unbelievable. But Trevor Bryan, obviously he's a champion. I got to respect that. He is a world champion. But his opponent, Christopher Lovejoy, 19-0 with 19 knockouts. His record is extraordinary, but not that extraordinary if you look at it, as I can't really bring up any names on his record. I don't even know them. They're all from Mexico. They're all guys who don't even have like their profile picture on BoxRec. They're all 0-12, 0-8, 1-8. I'm reading off BoxRec right now. 1-8, 0-4. I mean, it's just kind of, I don't know. I said this multiple times, but it's very disrespectful to the fighters who deserve this shot. And I commented on Instagram a couple of stuff about this fight. Go follow my Instagram. It's just MB Boxing Official, no caps. And I was like, how did this fight happen to Christopher Lovejoy? And he was saying he asked the same question too. I mean, obviously it's good for him. He's getting a title shot. I think he's a nice guy, but it's just surprising. He's even surprised. He's like, I asked the same thing. Are you sure I'm going to get this fight? Because he's not ranked. And this fight could be 50-50. Some people are saying Lovejoy is a hype job. I've never even heard that Lovejoy was a hype job or that he was hyped up or anything. Most people never heard of him. Same with Trevor Bryan. Most people never heard of him too, and he's a world champion. I was expecting actually like Robert Helenius to get this shot, or like maybe like some other guy who's ranked. I mean, out of the blue they said Lovejoy's being in this fight, so it's just a little weird, but I gotta roll with it. And who knows, this fight could get canceled halfway through because maybe the COVID-19 protocols, someone fails the COVID-19 protocols. This fight doesn't get sanctioned because Lovejoy isn't ranked. All this stuff could happen where this fight couldn't happen, but Don King has announced, and it's also in many articles, that this fight is happening for September 26th, and that's what I'm going off of. So that's where I get my information from, a couple articles. Also on Boxing Scene, there's some articles as well about this fight. And on BoxRec, they've already made a whole page about this fight. But yeah, that's really it. I'm going to be boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.